Around 1999, they developed, so a researcher in Canada developed a method of simulating fluids. By fluids we usually mean both smoke and water. In this case it was just smoke. And it was very good at capturing very small types of fluids, something like smoke, or maybe just, something like cigarette smoke, or maybe just the smoke coming off a campfire. But a lot of times in movies people wanted to simulate smoke or fire that looks very large, like a volcanic eruption or an explosion of some kind. And in order to do this, you have to have literally millions of tiny little details on the surface of the smoke that actually make it look extremely large. And getting all of these tiny little details used to be extremely difficult. So what we developed with wavelet turbulence was we came up with a very fast way of actually synthesizing all of these tiny little details very quickly. And it was quick enough that it enabled artists to get the look that they wanted for fireballs or volcanic explosions in enough time that it actually fit into their workflow. One of the more dramatic sequences it was used in was, if you saw Super 8, there's a large train crash sequence that's one of the large set pieces in that movie. So actually most of the explosions in that scene were simulated using our technique. Also in Avatar, there's 2 upcoming movies that's going to be used in, so Iron Man 3 and the new Superman movie, Man of Steel. It was also used in the second Transformers movie, Alice in Wonderland, Sherlock Holmes, and in total we know of 26 movies. Usually academics do not receive this award, but we looked at the past academics who had received the award, and it turns out that if you have about a dozen to 20 movies in which your work was used, then that seems to be about the threshold for which people start to consider you for this award. So when we saw our list grow to about that size, we thought, well, maybe it's time that we should try to submit for this. And we did, and thankfully, we actually got the award. I can tell you that we just had a paper accepted that is an extension of this current work. So the current work was for smoke simulation, so fireballs. We also would like multi-phase simulation, so one that contains not only air with particulate in it, but also liquids, so water. So what we're thinking of is like tidal waves or something like that. How can we make something look like a very large water simulation? Growing up, there was a little bit of a tension between do I want to program a computer or do I want to do something a little bit more artistic? And this industry, I suppose, it's a very nice meeting of these 2 features. And actually the department that I'm at UC Santa Barbara, the Media Arts and Technology program, this is exactly the goal that we're looking for. How can we take technology and aesthetic sensibilities and actually come up with useful tools that everyone use to make interesting new content?